Greetings everyone and welcome back. Actually, not welcome back. Welcome to yet another adventure, text-based adventure, by Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone. The Warlock of the Firetop Mountain. I don't know anything about this game, although I'm gonna point out this one is a bit different than the ones we lately played, besides Sorcerer, because according to screenshots there is actually some map going on, some like top-down thingy. Let's dive in and see what is it about. I also have DLC for it, so if it would be good, we might check this out as well. Story or Gauntlet? Gauntlet is grayed out, so story. Greetings, player. Welcome to the world of Titan, in particular the most notorious of all land of Alanzia. I am Oriana, the Keeper of Souls, your guide and your game master of sorts. Many adventurers have entered Firetop Mountain over the last 30 years or so. Various readers have wandered the many passages, battling the monsters within and negotiating the many traps, only then to take on the mighty Zagor, the Warlock. With skill, stamina and luck, they have chosen their many paths and rolled their fate. Many of those brave, young adventurers have perished in the darkness of their souls, even now lie unclaimed. You appear to be next brave soul to take on the mountain and all it contains. To do this, you will need to choose an Alician hero to take into the mountain. Don't get too comfortable with your choice, however, as the ways are treacherous and it's doubtful that you will survive. Only by bringing me the souls of the fallen may you be blessed with new heroes over time, each with their own quest with Zagor's domain. Ooh, that's kind of cool. This is like D&D stuff. I like it already. Yeah, I'm really excited to dive into new story after finishing properly the Forest of Doom. Okay, so I guess we can choose one of the guys here. Wait, next group? Oh, so you have like different types of characters. I guess after you finish the game, you can choose some of them. Oh, this is the Goblin secured. Scourge. The adventurers are making their journey to Firetop Mountain. Watch this space for news, more characters, stories and content. Well, this is kind of nice. But I'm thinking, do we taking one guy now? The lady looks kind of... I like purple. That's my color. She could be Aiedail. Couldn't she? Looks like a thief of some sort, or acrobatic. Oh. Has above average level of education. Fortune favors you often. This warrior known as Alexia is famed for her many adventures. Alexandra, sorry. Her name is known in many parts of Alasia, no matter where she is. Alexandra has a knack for sniffing out trouble and gold. Yeah, so she's like a warrior, I reckon. They all are kind of like warriors. Good stamina, decent skill, not bad luck. Oh, what is this? Front attack, single strike, strikes up to 2 enemies directly in front of them. Okay, that sounds really cool actually. So they do have different attacks and different abilities. That's new for that kind of game. Whoa, 20 stamina, holy shit, man. You know what, I'm gonna go with my feeling and we're gonna play as Alexandra of Black Sand. Take her into the mountain? This will erase any current playthrough. Sure. You've chosen Alexandra of Blacksand, a wise choice for your first game, player. Before entering the mountain, I want you to visit the one-armed swordsman of Anvil, Lin Wen Tsai. He will teach you the basics of combat, which you need to know if your hero is to survive Zagor domain. Also, this whole this whole page looks very much almost the same as Sorcery, isn't it? During your adventures, you will encounter many different foes, magical and monstrous, brigand and beast. There will be an assortment of creatures lurking within a Firetop Mountain, eager to bring your adventure to a premature end. But let us learn to walk before we start running, shall we? Lin Wen Tsai wants you to fight some Quentains, which will allow you to experience how combat functions. During combat you can choose to move or attack by selecting a space. Select move to advance towards the Quentain. After you select your action, both you and your opponent will play out their moves simultaneously. Move to the side to avoid Quentain's attack. Sometimes it's better to attack where the enemy is likely to move to instead of where they currently are. Attack the space in front of the Quentain. How do I do attack instead of move? Okay. If both of you and foe try to attack each other at the same time, you will clash. It is then a test of who has the greatest skill. His skill is 2. Okay. Your enemies will move and attack in somewhat predictable patterns. Pay attention to when they shake to indicate they'll be attacking next round. Use your movement and attacks to defeat the Quentain. Okay. Quite easy, but way more depth than other games we had. Which is interesting, I think. I think that might be pretty nice playthrough. In addition to the basic attacks, your hero has special attacks they can unleash. These powerful attacks can take several turns to recharge, so use them sparingly. Defeat this pair of Quentains. Move. Oh shit. Move. Ah, okay. Oh fuck. Okay, I can just clash with you, can I? Okay. I hope I won't gonna totally suck about it. Congratulations, you have passed the basic combat training. Just one more thing, player. While you're on your quest, keep an eye out for wooden benches like this one. Which one? I don't see any. You gain 3 souls and lose 2 stamina. Rest ye here, weary traveler. Using them will allow you to restore your stamina. If you run out of stamina, your adventure ends. So be sure to take a rest now and then. You also have some provisions which you can use at any time, but they tend to work best when you are resting at the bench, so keep that in mind. Okay, that's very much as sorcery. You will receive 3 resurrection stone at the start of your quest. If your adventurer dies heroically, you can use 1 stone to bring them back to life. Beware though, that your hero will only appear at the last bench that you passed. You will also lose any souls that you absorb between the seed and the location of the dead. This is where I leave you, player. It's time for you to begin your journey. I really like it. I love D&D. Like Baldur's Gate and that kind of stuff. I always wanted to play the paper D&D, but I don't even have anyone who, in real life, who would probably be interested in that. The villagers of Anvil cheered with the excitement as you begin your 2-day hike to the Firetop Mountain. Cries of return to safely, Alexandra, and may the look of the gods be with you, rang out. Your fame reaches even the remote towns like Anvil. Your mysterious patron, a sorcerer known to you only as Keith, wants you to seek a massive ruby known of the Eye of the Cyclops and give it to the Zagor, the Warlock, who rules this mountain. When you asked Keith about the significance of the ruby, the sorcerer only smiled and said, "You'll see." The citizens who live in the foothills of the mountain fear Zagor, and have been very reluctant to tell you anything that may help you find him. Fearing for their own safety, you have mixed feelings about the adventure ahead, and you just hope that Keith's instructions are honorable and you do not let the local people down. One thing is clear though, you will not be dealing with any ordinary wielder of magic. You must be on your guard. It takes you 2 days to reach the menacing-looking mountain with the sharp rocky cracks that just out at the unnatural angles to the top. You can see the eerie red coloring, probably some savage vegetation which has given the mountain its name. You approach the cave, a known entrance used by a local band of orcs. Your hand gripping the hilt of your longsword as you consider what dangers may lay ahead. Your adventure starts here. Oh, that's nice. So I think this is how the original look, without painting. So they remade it in the same way, exactly maybe, but painted it nicely. That's cool. Peer into the gloom. You see dark, slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. Hearing faint skirling to the east, you light your lantern. Can I move my camera? You stand in dark, slimy cave entrance. Okay. With the smell of orc up my nose, I have feeling I'm going to meet some formidable foes. That Rabbi is in this mountain somewhere, so I'm going to have to ask politely using my sword, of course. You stand in dark. Okay. Okay, this is very much a sorcery. I like that. I like this a lot, actually. Oh, it builds up. That's so cool. There's an orc here. So a few yards you arrive at the junction. I don't really want to fight orc just yet. I have sword, dagger and provisions. I mean, this is not as like sorcery or the other games where I can just go back a few pages, you know, or just revert time backwards. The sound of scourging continues ahead of you, as well as the sound of heavy footsteps. Whatever is marching along the corridor can only be trouble. A few yards ahead, at the limit of the light cast by your lantern, you catch sight of cleft in the tunnel. Duck inside the cleft to hide. Shuttering your lantern, you wait, with bated breath, in the darkness. Without knowing how many creatures there are, I should stay out of the sight. Should I do the woman voice for her? I feel like there would be a lot of those, I don't know. And it will probably sound different each time I'm gonna try to attempt it. You listen instantly as the footsteps come closer and then pass by your hiding place, without the owners of those footsteps ever knowing you are there. Jump out and surprise what lurks in the corridor, leave your hiding place and continue east. Stay hidden from a danger for a little longer. As you widen the darkness listening to the receding footsteps, another sound comes to your ears. The crackling of rock. You unshutter your lantern just as one of the granite walls of the narrow cleft fractures and large grab-like head with powerful mandibles break through the rock. They are rock grabs, and then monstrous insects are between you and the exit. Shit. I hope they are not very good at the fighting. Oh no, I can't reach that much. Their skill is 4. Oh shit. Okay, that's not going very well at the fucking beginning of this. Okay, I need to stop doing that. That's clearly not working. You have 1 stamina left, come on. I lost some health there, unnecessarily. 3 stamina, ah shit. You defeated the rock groups. Whipping your blade clean of the rock group's sticky dark blood, you decide to leave your hiding place before its mate, or something even worse, turns up. You stand over the corpse of the rocky groups. I love the ambient, it's cool. I remember when I was doing ambient myself in the sorcery, but it was very time consuming. The passage soon comes to an end and a solid looking wooden door. Trying to open it, the door refused to budge. You listen at the door but hear nothing. Try to charge the door down. Attempt to kick the door down instead. Should we kick the door? It's wooden door. Might be solid door. Let's go back first. You arrive back at the junction in the passage. You look left to see the cave entrance in the dim distance. I see this guy here. You know, I'm wondering how you turn camera around, or can you even? Sure. A little way along the passageway you come to what is clearly a sentry post. Oh my god, there's some dogs there. It's cool, it rises color whenever I click too. You approach with caution and can see an orc in leather armor, asleep at his post. I hope all of the Zagrod minions are this lazy. This could be my quickest adventure yet. Carefully approach the sleeping orc. As he is asleep, it should be no trouble for you to wake him so you can get some information. Why would I do that? You know, I'm not here to like... I'm not here in order to... How do you say it? I mean, she surely wouldn't want to cooperate. I'm not a guest here. He doesn't look that much of a threat, though. Sure. You prod the orc awake with the pommel of your sword. He leaps to his feet, flailing off his weapon, which you swiftly kick out of his reach. I am Alexandra of Blacksand. I seek the Eye of the Cyclops. The orc seems to recognize you, or at least he recognizes your sharp sword and heavy armor. He does not speak the trade tongue, but... The trade tongue. Well, that's cool. That's probably the tongue used like common tongue in D&D. But his shrugging and sneering make it clear that you are not going to get any useful information out of him. You tie him up and gag him. That's a logical thing to do. I thought I'm gonna need to fight him. The passageway begins to widen, until you enter a cave. However, blocking the cave's exit are two of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. They have the proportions of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each beast is chained to the cave wall, scarred to their thick brass collars. The two orc hounds begin to snarl and stain at the chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains are long enough that should you approach, you will not be able to escape their slithering jaws. I've come across those poor creatures before on previous quests. Orcs generally don't treat them very well, which can make them quite vicious. You are going to have to deal with them quickly, one way or another, before they attract the attention of an orc patrol, maybe something even worse. Draw your weapon and do what has to be done. I don't want to lose my food yet, although I don't want to lose my stamina more. I don't know. Sure. Grabbing your weapon, you prepare to engage the orc hounds in combat. However, because they are chained to the walls, their movement is limited. What if I attack those? Can I get items from destroying stuff in combat, you think? Wait. Can I just stay in one spot? I never was very good at those turn-based games, gotta say that much. Nice. But it's nice to have a bit more control over it than like pure RNG. Oh, there is a bench. Leaving the cave as quickly as you can, you follow the new passageway as it turns north. Rest here. Set against the wall is a wooden bench where you may rest. Player, I would strongly advise sitting on this bench. If you do not, Alexandra of Blacksand will not be able to resurrect at this location if they perish. How much provisions do I have? Provisions. Inventory. 5. I think we could rest the need and get some stamina back. You sit down. 10 stamina? If I fucking knew it would be 10, I wouldn't do it. Jesus. Okay, now we knew. Now we know at least. Okay, but I think that would be pretty good moment to pause this game. Man, it's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. Probably more so even than the reading ones. It reminds me of Sorcery so much, and Sorcery have a special place in my heart after all this, I don't know, 80 or 90 episodes we did. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We're gonna see you with more the Sorcerer of the Firetop Mountain the next Friday. I wish you have a lovely upcoming weekend, and for now, farewell.